AR stands for augmented reality, where software basically adds a layer of information to your view of things around you, as seen in the video Augmented Reality Explained by Common Craft. Whereas VR stands for virtual reality and is more about taking you places you have never been, as seen on the class site. You actually may have been to those places, but you have not seen everything. With VR, you can see even tiny details depending on the depth of the software of the virtual reality app or site you may be using. I use two apps with my old Google Cardboard goggles. The first, of course, being Cardboard. This app lets you explore and interact with the cartoon-like world. I interacted with a fox, as seen on the screen, which I captured using the screen recording feature on my iPhone. The next app I used was Within, and this is more VR to the fact that it is more realistic, and I did the Spacewalker VR experience as seen on the screen. Here are some screenshots. I think both these apps were VR because they didn't really add information to the things around me or even look at things around me, but instead allowed me to experience and interact with new worlds. I like that these apps show me something new and are interactive. I especially like how Within is very realistic and Cardboard is animated, but both work with my goggles, so I'm able to experience different things without having to spend a lot of money. What I didn't like was that the Cardboard app says things like press the button but doesn't explain how to do so, for example by leaning forward or looking directly in the direction of it, etc. What I did find interesting with both apps was that when I took off the goggles and looked at the screen recording footage, that the vision was doubled, so your right eye is looking at half the screen and your left eye was looking at the other half of the screen, but you only saw it as one image and not a split screen. I feel these apps can be improved by having more detail and app instructions of how to interact with everything in the virtual space, for example, buttons. I feel these apps can only really go into the future by improving pixel quality and their software. However, this is still the most basic use of VR, so I do not see a big future for these apps unless they bring something newer to the table. On screen are the links to find these apps. For Google Cardboard is the one above, and the one below is for Within. The first app is called Google Cardboard and the URL is on screen. It is simple to download. You simply choose the app compatible with your phone, for example Google or Android or iPhone. There is a code to scan on the Google Cardboard goggles. Once scanned, you can view a new reality when you hold the goggles up to your face with your phone in the holder. The second app is called Within and the URL is on screen. Downloading it is the same as the other app, but this one asks you if you're using VR goggles or would like to receive a phone screen viewing experience as opposed to using the goggles.